Welcome to Amaka Intellectual Factory, where I host podcasts and many other interesting stuff. Listen up, everyone. I have to say something because no one is saying this. Yet I know I am not the only one who feels this way. Simpletons are gonna have a serious problem with understanding where I'm coming from. And the reason is because salvation is a personal journey. Some people will suffer these problems over and over and over again before they finally have common sense. It is a good thing that finally the deep wickedness that Christians in northern Nigeria have had to endure for decades is being exposed. There is indeed Christian genocide taking place in Nigeria, and a very brutal one. Every Nigerian that wants to tell themselves the truth know this is true. As someone who is originally Nigerian, I can equally testify to this. Every other day, The slaughter of Christians because of their faith is in the local news and all over social media. This cannot go on forever. For that reason, I am so elated for President Trump, the US president after my heart, all the Americans and people worldwide who are calling out the Christian genocide taking place in Nigeria. President Trump's presidency literally began our steps into a golden age. You can see all the great things he is doing for America and the ripple effect it has on the rest of the world. This is a very powerful man that is using his power for good. President Trump has the power to end this civilization if he wanted to. It is only a man like him that could turn things around the way he is doing. And look at the weight of opposition he is constantly against. It should scare the living daylight out of anybody that wants a good life because it reveals an agenda to destroy our world. We are witnessing the battle between good and evil. Now, in the wake of all of this, Nicki Minaj spoke out against the Nigerian Christian genocide and praised our beloved president, President Trump, the US president after my heart. You need to put some respect on President Trump's name because many of you are so disrespectful. I just had to mention that. Anyway, Nicki Minaj spoke out against the Nigerian Christian genocide and then gained so much publicity to the point of speaking at the United Nations. Should we have given her that publicity or use this as an opportunity to raise a good role model for all generations? Who is Nicki Minaj? She is a very talented and successful US female rapper who is originally from Trinidad and Tobago. However, we cannot deny that she plays a major role in this new ugly Jezebel whorish image that has been put out as the image of Black American women, even though she is not a Black American woman, mind you. But she is part of these Afro-Caribbean entertainers that have dominated Black American entertainment for a while and smeared the image of the Black American woman. Black American women are elegant and classy. But I can guarantee you that this is almost a laughable statement to the ears of people of younger generation because of people like Nicki Minaj. Let's keep it 100. People have already forgotten Black American female entertainers like Patti LaBelle, Diana Ross, Roberta Flack, Dionne Warwick, Tina Turner, Whitney Houston, Toni Braxton, Brandy, Deborah Fox, Monica, and even the female group En Vogue, just to mention a few. Black female artists like Nicki Minaj have made it impossible for the US to produce quality, sophisticated Black female artists like the ones mentioned above. The truth is that for artists like Nicki Minaj to rise, all these other Black female artists had to go away. They could not coexist with one another. Artists like Nicki Minaj is also why even non-white female artists like Tyla are not being heavily supported. Tyla is very sexy and sensual, in a sophisticated way. But because she is not whorish and uncouth, the music industry is not heavily supporting and promoting her. There is clearly a malevolent intention to normalize this degenerate image of Black American women, which they eventually intend to make it the image of all Black women worldwide. And Nicki Minaj has played a major role in giving some success to this malevolent agenda against the divinity of Black American women and Black women worldwide. Let's call a spade a spade. Yes, she is very talented. I remember the first time I heard Yo Gotti's song, Rake It Up, featuring Nicki Minaj. I had that song on repeat for a very long time because I could not get enough of Nicki Minaj's rap. It is that good. Sorry, Yo Gotti, but she totally owned that song. If you take out Nicki Minaj's rap, that song will fall flat on its face. And this is just one of the many Nicki Minaj songs that I enjoy. To be honest with you, every time I listen to her type of music, I always feel defiled. Mind you, I am not a prude. I am a writer, and I do intend to write a number of erotica novels. However, in a golden age, artists like Nicki Minaj cannot exist. The reason is quite simple. The decadence that her type of music promotes is non-existent in a golden age. In fact, the rise in her style of music is a clear indication of the end of a golden age. Yet again, we missed an opportunity to raise a good role model for the younger generation. This golden age we desire is not gonna come easy. And you can see with all the battles the Trump administration is dealing with. We're gonna have to be creative and proactive. You can see how the life of that promising young man, Charlie Kirk, was taken away. This is for you to know that the shadow understands that for it to exist, it must eliminate as much good as possible. A lot of times, the agents of darkness are not always in your face and wanting to attack you. They are subtle and sweet, that if you blink, you might miss them. Hopefully, we have learned from this mistake and work towards promoting and validating good role models for all generations. If you have any modicum of righteousness in you, then you know I am telling the truth. And the truth is bitter. Well, that's all I have to say for now. Until next time, take care of your lovely selves. And remember, life is beautiful and worth living. But oh, evil ends. And if you died, it'd make more sense. It'd make more sense.